There's a lot to talk about, so let's get started. Good morning. This is Fred Mitchell, Chair of the Progressive Liberal Party, MP for Fox Hill, Minister for the Foreign Service, and today is Monday, 12th of January, 2026. We mark as a public holiday today, Majority Rule Day, the completion of the Anti-Slavery Project on 10th January 1967. We have a church service at 10 a.m. at the Harvest Church at JFK Drive, and then we have a march by the PLP to its headquarters in Farrington Road, and then a brief ceremony at 11:30 a.m. with a reception to follow. Please join us if you can. The people of the CARICOM region were generally pleased and proud that two of its elder statesmen of the region spoke up to describe the issue of the deconstruction of the world order by the United States of America. They described attacks on international law and the fact that the United States has withdrawn from essential United Nations services around the world. Jamaica's Prime Minister Andrew Holness, of course, argued for a more careful approach, as do all the existing leaders, but Bruce Golding and P.J. Patterson, both former Prime Ministers of Jamaica, gave voice to the disquiet in the region, and thank you. Over in Freeport, Grand Bahama, the man who simply talks too much as leader of the party, Michael Pintard, was in full flight as he marked the turnover of the year and responded to what I had said during the time I spent in Freeport at that turnover. He described in his annual statement that he was going to promise this and promise that, and then, of course, there was a photo of him getting off this fancy jet, and then he had a tent in Grand Bahama, the Junkanoo Parade, but many people felt that if he were as popular as he says he is in Grand Bahama, he should have had a packed tent, but they looked like they needed plenty more customers. Back in Nassau, he was commenting on the Constituencies Commission report of 2026 laid in the House of Assembly on the 7th of January. He criticized the report, saying that it did not address the fundamentals demanded by the Constitution. There are two new seats, Bimini and the Berry Islands, and St. James and Western New Providence. That makes 41 seats up for grabs, and there are consequential changes. There's no change in Fox Hill. There are consequential changes in St. Anne's, Fort Charlotte, Killarney, Tall Pines, Southern Shores, Engliston, Garden Hills, Golden Isles. The report was signed by all members of the committee, including the F&M's representative. That means there was a unanimous report and there was no minority report. The PLP has filed a minority report before when Hubert Ing was Prime Minister and decided to make the constituency of Mical. We said it was too big and unmanageable. But the F&M signed this report, and then they went outside, their leader, and trashed the report. The song says this: "You talk too much, you worry me to death, you simply talk too much." I wish to congratulate and thank publicly the fishermen of the Montagu ramp who are out at the market for fish and conch. On Friday, the 9th of January 2026, they honored the founder of the market, Aljournal Miller, who started the market with one table and 25 conchs in May of 1981. It has gone from strength to strength. Many of the fishermen remembered my role as an attorney in working with the vendors to save and develop the market. Mr. Miller and I have been fast friends ever since. Thank you. As it stands today, his son, who grew up in the market, is now the superintendent in charge of the office. Elvis Miller is his name, in Fox Hill. Welcome, Superintendent Miller. Thank you, Superintendent Alexandre Pierre, for your work as you bid us farewell. God bless you. God bless the Commonwealth of the Bahamas. PLP all the way.
Thank you for tuning in to another episode of the Honorable Minister Fred Mitchell, coming to you every Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, bringing it to you, no holds barred, minute by minute. Until next time, do enjoy your day.
Yeah, we're in Moores Island to fulfill a promise made from 2015. That promise was to empower the residents of Moores Island to ensure that they could have good and marketable title to property, which there were no deeds at all.
This is about people like this young man who is the future of Moores Island.
If a progressive party don't deliver for Moores Island, who else will?
Thank you very much, Mr. Prime Minister.
Happy today that he come through for us, but it's very important for us.
I see persons here who are 90 years old, who waited for this day all their lives.
I am very, very excited today. I got a premium
I'm so thankful I've been able to live up to our promise to ensure that they're empowered to be able to say, this is my land, here's evidence that I own the property on which I am.